By having that big data, that will be a game changer for our customers.
At Qcify, we make quality control machines and also solutions in general in the food industry. Dried nuts, actually. Founded almost 10 years ago now.
And we try to do this by leveraging artificial intelligence. So my name is Michiel. I've been working at Qcify for a little over 2 years, and I'm working primarily on the hub, the software part of it, and working close together with the hardware guys.
My name is Antoon and Michiel. I've been working at Qcify for 5 years, almost exactly now. So first employee in Belgium. And I'm a software engineer, but I'm also responsible for all new machines coming out from now on. And I'm mostly specialized in computer vision and data processing.
If you look at our products, our machines that we are making before we started doing the hub and the RAY, these are all machines that checked quality by themselves. So if you look at the 360 or the predecessor of this, the KISS machine, it checks a batch of product, nuts, and it will determine how good the quality of this batch is. If we look at the eye, it's a continuous flow of product. The hub is different because it aggregates data from all of our machines at the facility and adds context like product flow to this data. This will allow our customers to make better informed decisions. For example, the eye, we have not that many customers that have one eye. There are mostly 4 eyes, 6 eyes, 12 eyes working together in parallel. And what we try to do on the hub is controlling all those machines in one go and having that data available in one go, instead of having an operator look at each individual machine.
I believe that the RAY ties into the machine portfolio and the data visualization and capturing and everything. By being a small, compact, fairly cheap sensor, they can put pretty much anywhere. And we needed the hub to have a RAY, and without a central hub to visualize, capture, consolidate all the data, there is no RAY, so we needed both of them at the same time. All our machines, they all run the same software stack. That means they send the same sort of messages, they capture the same sort of data, and they all communicate in the same way. We release from one single code base to all our machines.
The RAY, the eye, they don't know where they are in the factory, in the plants. We try to do that on the hub by having that big data, having all the data from the entire factory with the contexts and which bin is which product. That will be a game changer for our customers. I think the next thing that the RAY and the hub combo can achieve is like having great notifications on top of that.
The reason we started development on it, the very specific use case of that one, was the reject of very large sorter machines is not being checked very often. However, the sorters are often not working properly, especially after a couple of days or a couple of batches. They're not doing what they're supposed to do. Nobody checks it, or it takes a while. And you'll see bins of reject with like 95% good product in it. Obviously, that's a huge waste of time and money for everybody. And the first use case we saw was just put a RAY there, install a grade and say, hey, you need to meet this spec. And if you don't, then give me an alert. That's use case one, in my opinion, very important one. Second one would be to have a RAY right at the end of your pack-in line, just before your product goes into the box. Just look at every single object there, and then you'll know what's in your box. Physical limitations of the RAY are, well, they're not non-existent. Obviously, they will be there, but it's so small and the field of view needed is so tiny that I don't think there are many limits to where you can put one. Also, the price is not a big deal breaker either. Also, we try to keep our machines as mechanically simple as possible and do as much as possible in software. There are a couple of advantages to that. First of all, software, once the development cost has been made, the bulk of the entire cost is, written off. And then secondly, if you find an improvement, you need to make that improvement once and roll it out everywhere. I would say it's definitely a conscious choice.
We try to get this in the hands of as many customers as possible, which we think will be an advantage for our customers and also for ourselves, because we know if we can provide that data to our customers, we as a company will also grow and be able to make better machines.
I definitely believe that the hub and array combo will change the industry, just because of the fact that every customer that already has a or multiple machines will need a hub or can at least use a hub. And once you have a hub, it's very easy to install a RAY. The price point is there, the installation is very easy, and one RAY doesn't really make that much sense. Multiple RAYs are probably more likely in all scenarios. And once you have multiple RAYs, you'll have information anywhere you put one.
AI, deep learning, helps us by making it very easy to implement different categories or classification. For example, if you look at the elements, you can just give it photographs of pinholes. Machine learning will every time if it sees a pinhole, will say, okay, that's a pinhole and it needs to be rejected.
Because the more machines we add and the more types of machines we add, the more future-proof the next machine will be. It'll automatically work. Year to year, the harvest changes. In a year like last year especially, there was very high volume but very low quality, which means that some batches were 40–50% insect damage. That just puts load on everything, right? Because you have more to process and it has to be processed more severely due to the low grade. Knowing exactly what you have and what you have to process will tremendously decrease the amount of times you have to process it. It will decrease your costs and it will increase your yield. It's as simple as that.
So we want to get that data out of those machines and into the hands of decision makers. And I think that will be a game changer.
Usually we aim to be, full-size walnuts to be kind of the biggest product we can physically run without changing the machine. And then going smaller is usually easier than going bigger. As long as you pass the physical limitations, I think you're all set. Just train a neural network with new images and upload it and install it, that's it.
There are no physical limitations, there are only limitations of what we can think of.